Before Detroit burned, before riots, before industry collapsed, something was seen. A small figure, red, watching. If you're interested in documented folklore that shaped real cities, subscribe before we start, because Detroit has a legend older than the auto industry, older than the skyline, older than the United States. It's called the Nain Rouge, French for red dwarf, and depending on who you ask, it's either a harmless folktale or an omen of disaster. The story begins in 1701. Antoine de la Mothe Cadillac founded Fort Pontchartrain du Détroit. French settlers began building what would become Detroit. According to legend, Cadillac encountered a small red creature near the river. Descriptions vary. Some say it had glowing eyes. Some say sharp teeth. Some say it looked almost human, just wrong. Cadillac allegedly struck the creature with his cane and was warned. Soon after, Cadillac's fortunes declined. He was removed from his post, imprisoned briefly in France. The story stuck. Over time, the Nain Rouge became associated with misfortune in Detroit. Before major disasters, someone would claim to see it. In 1763, before the Battle of Bloody Run, a violent conflict during Pontiac's rebellion, reports circulated of a red figure along the riverbanks. In 1805, before the Great Fire of Detroit destroyed much of the city, the Nain Rouge was said to have appeared again. More sightings were claimed before. Economic collapses, the 1,967 Detroit riots. Major industrial downturns. Each time, the story resurfaced. Each time, the creature became part of the explanation. But here's the question. Was it ever documented at the time? Or were sightings remembered after tragedy? That distinction matters, because folklore often grows backward. Disaster happens. Then, meaning is attached. There are French-Canadian legends of similar creatures, small red goblins associated with chaos or moral testing. The Nain Rouge may not have been born in Detroit. It may have migrated here with settlers, adapted to local fears, and attached itself to the city's identity. Detroit has faced more visible hardship than many American cities. Industrial boom and collapse, racial tension, bankruptcy, abandonment. When a city experiences repeated upheaval, it looks for narrative. The Nain Rouge offers one, not as a cause, but as a symbol. Something small and unsettling, always present before things fall apart. Some historians argue there is little primary documentation of early sightings. The earliest written accounts of the legend appeared well after the supposed 1701 encounter. That doesn't mean it wasn't told orally, but it does complicate the timeline. Was Cadillac truly warned? Or was that detail added later? Did people actually report seeing a red dwarf before the 1805 fire? Or did the story grow after the ashes settled? The lack of contemporaneous records leaves room, and room is where legends live. By the late 19th and early 20th century, the Nain Rouge was firmly embedded in Detroit folklore. Newspapers referenced it jokingly during difficult times. Writers treated it as both curse and mascot. Then something interesting happened. In the 2010s, Detroit didn't try to deny the legend. It embraced it. The Marche de Nain Rouge, a yearly parade, began as a symbolic exorcism. Participants dress as the Red Dwarf. Others chase it out of the city. It's theatrical, community-driven, almost celebratory. The Omen became a ritual, a way to confront hardship with humor. That transformation is important, because the Nain Rouge isn't just a ghost story. It's a mirror, a reflection of how Detroit processes crisis. There is no confirmed photograph, no verified eyewitness report tied to a specific event, no physical evidence, but there is persistence. And persistence is powerful. When enough generations repeat a story, it stops needing proof. It becomes infrastructure. Some see the Nain Rouge as superstition, others see it as cultural heritage. A few take it more seriously, but most understand what it represents. Anxiety before collapse, warning before change, or simply the human instinct to personify uncertainty. Detroit's history is dramatic enough without adding supernatural elements. Yet the legend endures, not because people truly believe a red dwarf walks the riverbanks, but because cities, like people, carry symbols. The Nain Rouge survived industrial rise, survived economic decline, survived bankruptcy, and now marches in parades. That evolution may be the most telling part of all. What begins as an omen becomes a mascot. What begins as fear becomes folklore, and folklore becomes identity. The question isn't whether the Nain Rouge is real. The question is why Detroit needed it. If you've ever heard stories of sightings before major events, leave a comment. And if you want more documented Great Lakes history where folklore and fact overlap, subscribe. Some legends disappear, others refuse to leave.